What we have here is a hostage situation, but we don't negotiate with terrorists. In Philippians chapter 3, Paul warns the church at Philippi to not allow their history to hold them hostage. Friendly, that's an encouragement that everybody who's watching this video needs to apply to their lives. Paul would look back at his own life, look at his own history. He would do the hard work of taking inventory of his own life. And here's what he learned, and it's a lesson that we need to grab and take a hold of. You cannot allow your past to arrest your development. Listen, absolutely, Paul was an accomplished person. He had achieved so much and he had acquired some great things. And like many of you who are watching this video and who are studying this passage with us, Philippians chapter 3, verse 12 and verse number 13, you can look at your own history. You can see your achievements. You can see your degrees on the wall. You can see the home and the house that you've built. You can touch all the things that you have acquired. But here's what Paul says: beware of nostalgia. Beware of looking at what's behind you through rose-colored lenses. And what I try to communicate on Sunday is what I want to communicate with you on right now. Sometimes your history can hold you hostage and paralyze you in the present. Do not, under any circumstances, allow your past to paralyze you in the present. Because if you do, you will never be able to become who God is calling you to be, nor will you be able to do what God is calling you to do. So Paul says, no, not me. I'm willing to let it go so that I can fall in love with Jesus over and over again. I'm willing to forget what's behind me and reach toward what's in front of me. And it's interesting that Paul uses a word, reach, because it suggests that you and I need to stretch, that there's something right in front of us, but simply so far out in front of us that we can't reach it without exerting a little bit more effort. In other words, Paul's saying, you got to do your best. You got to get up every day and make it your business to give the day all you got. No, I'm not suggesting, don't hear me to say this, that what you do today is going to determine your final destiny. No, I'm not suggesting that you can earn your way into heaven. But what I am suggesting is that when you compare your past to what God has prepared in front of you, you should be willing to look through the windshield and not through the rear view mirror. Too often we can get in spiritual accidents because what's in the rear view mirror has arrested our spiritual development, and we keep falling in love with what's behind us. But can I tell you, eyes have not seen and ears have not heard the great things that God has prepared for those who'll be willing to stretch for it. Absolutely. It's going to take grace and mercy. It's going to take favor and faithfulness. But if we are willing to look forward and to lean forward, I believe that we can find favor in the sight of God. Listen, that's Touchpoint Tuesday. I hope it blessed you. And I want you to know something before I let you go. I love you, and God does too. Y'all stay safe and keep the faith.